Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How exactly? So you're saying these themes that God's given you.
Yes.
And a lot of people are thinking, like myself, that'd be nice if God would tell me my theme for the next year.
Yeah.
How are you coming across those themes?
Here's how we did it in life group. What I like to do is, and we've done this a couple times with my group, is give us time for reflection and just really clear some space to hear from God. And we don't do that on our own a lot, so life group's a great place to do that, where we actually just intentionally carve out time to be able to say, God, what do you have for me, and that type of thing. So what we did is we spent a little bit of time just on a topic, just a few minutes at the beginning, that one of the people in my life group was leading. Sarah, who's guest hosted with us, actually led the first few minutes, and she kind of did a topic that got us into thinking about what does God have for us and what's he doing in our lives and that type of thing. Then what I like to do is I like to play just instrumental music that and then give us time to reflect on that. So I had one song that was just a couple minutes long that just kind of, I said during this song, just, let yourself enter into this, give God permission to speak to you here, open your heart up to him, so just kind of preparing yourself. Then for the second part, what we did was looking back on 2010. And so I had a song for that, and I just encourage people to be journaling or, praying if they're not journalers, and just kind of thinking back on where they went spiritually, both good and bad, over the last year. And while that was going on, we read some verses over that. So as the music was playing, just every couple minutes, we'd read a different passage that I'd picked out ahead of time. And so we had some scripture that was maybe helping guiding this. And then the next part was that as you look back on your last year, you probably find some stuff that was hard or hurtful or sinful, stuff that you need to confess of or need healing for. So asking God for healing, asking him for forgiveness. And again, we had scripture there. And then we ended with, once all of that's cleared, we've entered in, we've looked back, we've kind of invited God to heal us. Then we said, okay, God, what's this next year about? And every single person in the group, heard something. And it isn't necessarily an audible voice, but just where's your heart going? What type of desires do you feel like God's putting on you? Yeah. As you've reflected on your spiritual life, where does it seem like maybe he's taking you next? So that type of thing. It was really, really powerful.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
And that's the type of thing that you can do either in your life group or on your own, to just put on some instrumental music, have a couple of verses, picked out that go with the theme, and then just invite God to speak to you about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's not something you need to do at the New Year. You can do that anytime.
Exactly. And we've done that a couple of times at my group, and it's been extremely powerful every time we've done it.
That is awesome, Ben.
Yes. So for all you life group leaders out there, do that
immediately.